The government is set to scrap part of the route of HS2 from the East Midlands to Leeds. Work on the controversial new high-speed line has already begun in the south from London to Birmingham. But rather than continuing HS2's eastern leg, instead, the Department for Transport is expected to announce that the line will be upgraded rather than replaced. Local Labour and Tory MPs are accusing the government of reneging on its promises. Our transport correspondent Katy Austin reports.
West Yorkshire businesswoman Merewyn often finds driving is the only convenient option. She'd rather get about by train, so is disappointed by reports major rail projects are set to be scaled back.
I'd have the ability to get to more places by public transport, not having to drive or find parking, which is very expensive. And also the added benefit that on a train or public transport, I can do work.
The London to Birmingham phase of HS2, the new high-speed railway, is already being built. But what comes next? The government's due to release a plan later this week, setting out how it will improve rail connections across the north of England and the Midlands, with nearly £100 billion of funding. But it's expected to show that the eastern leg of HS2 won't happen as initially planned. There will be mostly track upgrades between the West Midlands and Leeds instead of a new fast route, although there is set to be a new high-speed section from Birmingham to near Nottingham. The plan is also expected to reveal that the Leeds to Manchester route under the proposed Northern Powerhouse rail scheme won't get a whole new line via Bradford, but there will be some new track, not high speed, and some upgrades to the existing infrastructure. Bradford is counting on better rail connections for regeneration, and some see the idea of dialling plans back as unthinkable.
I just can't believe they would do that because it just doesn't make any economic sense. We know that Bradford is a young workforce, 537,000 people here, nearly 25% of the population under the age of 16. We are the workforce of the future.
In 2019, the Prime Minister said this.
I want to be the Prime Minister who does with Northern Powerhouse Rail what we did for Crossrail in London.
Campaigners now feel he's in danger of breaking his promise.
There were real commitments made to the north of England by the Prime Minister his first week in office, that Northern Powerhouse Rail will be one of his top domestic priorities, that he saw it as key for unlocking the potential of the northern economy. The Prime Minister needs to deliver in full what the north needs.
There are still those who believe HS2 shouldn't be built at all. The government thinks the possible new version would still cut journey times, the benefits would arrive more quickly and cheaply. But as well as Labour, some Tory MPs are concerned about commitments being watered down when levelling up is their watchword. Katy Austin, BBC News.